If your diesel truck is struggling to start on a freezing winter morning, or if your cabin heater is taking way too long to get warm, you might be dealing with the P048B diagnostic trouble code. This specific code refers to an exhaust pressure control valve position sensor or switch circuit issue, and it is a common sight for many modern vehicle owners in the States. The exhaust pressure control valve is a very clever component designed to help your engine reach its optimal operating temperature much faster by regulating the back pressure in the exhaust system when it is cold outside. By closing slightly, it keeps more heat inside the engine block, and this extra warmth is what helps your windshield defrost quickly and gets your heater blowing hot air shortly after you start the car. The powertrain control module is the computer that manages this entire process by looking at data from your intake air temperature sensor and your manifold absolute pressure sensor. When a computer detects an incorrect or unexpectedly low voltage signal coming from the valve circuit, it triggers this code and often disables the system to protect the engine. The most obvious sign of a problem is that bright orange check engine light on your dash, but you might also notice a significant drop in engine performance or even an increase in tailpipe emissions. In some cases, your car might be very hard to start because the exhaust pressure is not being managed correctly for the current weather conditions. Usually this issue is caused by a faulty exhaust pressure control valve that has become stuck or a wiring harness that has been damaged by road salt or heat. To get to the bottom of this, you should start by visually inspecting the wiring for any loose connections or obvious breaks. You will need a digital multimeter set to ohms to check the internal resistance of the solenoid itself. You should disconnect the wiring and measure between the terminals to see if the reading matches the specifications in your repair manual. If the meter shows an open circuit, then the solenoid has failed internally and needs to be replaced. You should also check for 12 volts of power at the connector with the ignition key turned to the on position. If you have no power or ground signal, then you're likely looking at a broken wire hidden somewhere in the engine harness or a rare failure of the powertrain control module. While many experienced owners can handle swapping out a simple sensor or valve, if you find yourself needing to trace a complex wiring short or if you suspect the computer needs to be reprogrammed, it is definitely a good idea to visit a professional mechanic who specializes in diesel engines to ensure the repair is done correctly the first time.